And to be honest, I feel a little bit weird about this one, because on the one hand we had Zack Snyder's Superman, who was basically a commercial for Zoloft, but I also don't want to see this Superman tap dance and drop everything that's handed to him like Peter Quill in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. Just last week, Rachel Brosnahan, the star of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and also our upcoming Lois Lane, gave an interview to Entertainment Tonight where she ended up talking about the upcoming film Superman Legacy. And so she said that basically production is going really well and that the movie is being made with a lot of love. But as it often turns out, love is not always enough. Rachel Brosnahan in the same interview went on to describe her version of Lois Lane. She claims that she's going to be feisty, marvelous, and fiercely intelligent. Now, my big issue is with what she said about Superman. She claims that this Superman will have a sense of humor. And to be honest, I feel a little bit weird about this one, because on the one hand we had Zack Snyder's Superman, who was basically a commercial for Zoloft, but I also don't want to see this Superman tap dance and drop everything that's handed to him like Peter Quill in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of you think that's an oversimplification, but seriously, let's talk about Zack Snyder's Superman. Man of Steel was not a spectacular movie, but it did really set up Superman's origin story, and I thought Henry Cavill did a great job with it, and there was a message of hope in it. But then we immediately went into Batman vs. Superman, and we got Justice League, and basically what we were given was not our Boy Scout in the sky, but rather this brooding, sort of dark version of Superman that really is only necessary in like Injustice storylines, and even those have gotten so old. And the problem with a dark, broody Superman is that when you put dark, broody Superman against dark, broody Batman, which is just who Batman is, you don't have the symbol of hope. You don't have hope and vengeance. You don't have basically the duality of man between these two characters. Superman is supposed to be your icon of hope. He's supposed to be a gleaming symbol of what the best of us could be. And that's really not what we got previously. So I'm not here to say that I want a broody, very serious Superman. I especially think that Clark Kent being sort of clumsy and trying to hide his real identity lends itself to some humor. I just don't really love James Gunn's brand of humor. See, James Gunn's humor is all over Guardians of the Galaxy 1 through 3. And I think Guardians of the Galaxy sort of works as something funny because they are a misfit group of heroes, but that did basically result in Peter Quill being seen as incompetent a lot of the time and not really like your strong hero type. And I'm really hoping that that's not the direction that he goes in with Superman, especially when we look at lines about Superman in the Peacemaker series.
Superman's an alien. He's got a poop fetish.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah. He uberliebe's the old shiza, as I understand it.
I get it. The character was talking shit. That's not lost on me. But if that's the kind of cheap humor that James Gunn likes, and if we look at a lot of his tweets, he likes to make jokes about being touched or touching little boys, well, I don't really have all that much faith in what he wants to write in a Superman film. Now again, I'm not being all doom and gloom here, right? I mean, I'd rather have a lighthearted Superman as opposed to broody Superman by Snyder, whose work I don't really like to begin with, but I just really hope that James Gunn can strike a balance and write something that works, because I think this constant series of rebooting, trashing, it's getting to be a lot, and it's really starting to tarnish the legacy of these characters, so I am really hoping that we get to see something good with this version of Superman. The script does seem like it's ready to go. It seems like actors are doing everything they can to get this ball rolling, so I guess we'll be waiting on Superman Legacy news coming soon. And that's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, be sure to check me out on Instagram, and if you'd like to support my channel while also getting access to some exclusive photo shoot sets in the process, be sure to check out and subscribe to my Patreon. I will add links to both in the description below, and let me know your thoughts on Superman Legacy being humorous in the comments below.